My name is Rodelyn, and the first thing you should know about me is that I have 13 birds living with me right now. 3 Amazon parrots, 3 cockatiels, 4 lovebirds, and 3 others. And no, it wasn't planned. Not even a little bit. I've always loved birds, ever since I was small. There was just something about them that pulled me in. The way they move, the way they look at you, the way they make you feel like you've been chosen somehow. So over time, one bird came into my life, then another, and I just never said no until one day I looked around and thought, okay, so this is who I am now. And honestly, I wouldn't change a single one of them. But here's the thing about having 13 birds. You think you're taking care of them, and you are, but they're also taking care of you in this quiet way that sneaks up on you. Every single day, I call them for snack time.
Come, eat.
And every single day they come, all of them, from different directions, different heights, different branches, and there's this 1 second, just 1 second of silence before they arrive, and then the whole tree is alive. Chirping, wings, movement, noise, all of it rushing toward you because you called and they trusted you enough to come. That second. I live for that second. But the real magic, and this is what I want to tell you about, is that once you spend enough time with them, you start to see that they're not just birds. They're individuals. Every single one of them. And my 3 Amazons, King, Princess, and Thunder, they showed me that more clearly than anything else ever could. King was the one who set the tone for everything. He's my oldest Amazon, and from the very beginning he had this calm authority about him. Like he already knew how things were going to go, and he was just waiting for everyone else to catch up. King discovered mango before I even thought to give it to him. I had one in the tree, and one morning I came outside and he was already there. Already halfway through it, completely committed, not looking around, not distracted, just mango. That was the whole world for King in that moment. I've tried to give him other things since then. I really have. He's very polite about it. He'll look at whatever I bring, smell it a little, and then go right back to staring at the mango tree with this expression I can only describe as patient disappointment. Like he's not angry at me, just waiting for me to figure it out. He always waits. And there's always mango eventually. King knows this. Princess is a completely different story. Where King is calm and steady, Princess runs on chaos. I figured this out slowly, watching her over time. She eats more when there's noise around her. The louder the environment, the more enthusiastic she gets. There was this one afternoon when everything around us was buzzing and loud, and I looked over and Princess was just going. Fully engaged, fully alive, thriving in the middle of all of it. I posted that video and wrote, "Looks like Princess eats more when there's a live concert in front of her," because that's genuinely what it looked like. And then there's Thunder. Thunder is the quiet one, the independent one. While King waits patiently and Princess performs for an audience, Thunder just disappears. He goes off on his own, head down, slow and focused, turning things over with his beak, looking for something that only he can see, and he always finds it. A seed, a piece of fruit, something tucked away that nobody else noticed. By himself, without asking, without waiting for anyone. I used to think that made him lonely somehow, but watching him, really watching him, I don't think he's lonely at all. I think Thunder is the most comfortable in his own company of any living thing I've ever seen. My cockatiels are a whole different chapter, but if I had to pick 2 that tell the story best, it would be Lightning and Stormy. Those 2 have never, and I mean never, been more than a few centimeters apart since the day they met. They eat from the same spot, sit on the same branch, chirp at the same moment in the same direction, like they're always looking at the same thing somewhere in the distance. A video I posted of them sharing snacks got over 1,000 likes, and I wasn't surprised, because when you watch them, you feel it. There's something between those two that I don't have a word for. It just is. Of course, not every moment is deep. Some moments are just funny, like when one of them hangs completely upside down from a branch and eats like that, full body inverted, totally calm, looking at you like there is absolutely nothing unusual happening. And then there's breakfast. I make them a proper tray every morning. Mango, papaya, pepper, seeds, the works. A real effort. And one of my birds, every morning without fail, skips every single piece of fruit and goes straight for the rice. I put the mango right next to the rice, right there. They looked at the mango. They looked at the rice. They chose the rice. 732 people had feelings about this. Some were offended on behalf of the mango. I understood. I was also a little offended, if I'm honest. But you know what? I respect it. You know what you want. You eat what you want. No explanations needed. What ties all of this together, all these personalities, all these little habits and quirks and moments, is being outside with them. I take them out into real space as often as I can, into the parks, through the trees, into open air, and something happens to all of them when they're out there. They go further, they get bolder. King finds his mango trees. Thunder finds his own path. Lightning and Stormy find a branch they like and stay there together. Princess finds her noise. They become more fully themselves, and I get to watch it. There are these moments in the early afternoon when the light is warm and everyone has settled and the chirping goes soft, and I'm just there with all of them in the open air, and it's quiet inside me, even though it's not quiet at all outside. That's the moment I would keep if I could only keep one. I never planned any of this. 13 birds, 3 Amazons, 3 cockatiels, 4 lovebirds, 3 others. It grew the way the best things grow, slowly, without announcement, one small yes at a time. And now I can't imagine a morning without the chirping, or an afternoon without calling them and hearing them come, or an evening without knowing all of them are there. They're not pets, they're family. And this is their story, or at least as much of it as I can put into words. The rest of it, you just have to come and see.